Good morning to everyone out there in the Matrix. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm not sure how this live stream's gonna go today. It's actually kind of the internet is kind of glitchy, but anyways, I was gonna do a reading today, and I've already shuffled the cards with my query, and the query was asking the cards what is in store for the United States in the upcoming days or months. Basically, kind of like more or less the world, also. And I'm going to attempt to do this without too much mental overlay because we're bombarded with a lot of constant information coming through. So I will try to do this reading and not have a lot of mental overlay on this reading. Well, I'll see what happens. The very first card here is the Page of Wands. So right off the bat, the page being a messenger, wands being magical, the wands indicating casting. Um, there's something coming through this card, which, and again, I'm trying not to have mental overlay with this reading, but there is so much propaganda and misinformation coming through the internet, the TV, the radio, the newspapers, and the page being a messenger and the wands being of magic and also of programming. There is so much data coming through that it's misleading, very misleading with the data that we're getting. And an interesting thing about this card, um, there is a lot of conflicts in the information that we are actually getting. If people really paid attention, they would pick up on the discrepancies. So the next card I pulled is the Five of Wands. Boom. It's focusing in. So if you can clearly see this card, you see all that action like a battle. This is what I'm talking about, and it plays into the first card in this reading is that there is conflict within the information, the data that we as a whole, being humanity, this magic, this spell casting that we're being bombarded with from um, the media is going in every which direction. It is uh, intentional, and it's very chaotic. The information they're giving out kind of in a way makes no sense. So the next card I'm pulling here is the Seven of Cups. One thing I find interesting about this is the dark shadow figure with the back turned towards you. This individual is a part of this that this individual is the one that's propagating this deception, but this individual is not seen. He is not on TV. He is not in the mainstream putting out a false narrative or false propaganda. This individual is never seen or heard. There is someone definitely, and I'm getting a male figure coming through on this, that this is an individual that is in the shadows. I'm gonna pull another card here. So the Four of Wands, boom, still lots of magic going on, lots of playing with the head. Mm, so it's coming through on this card. Uh, Something around, or actually on the 4th of August, people should pay attention to. There's something very dramatic that is going to be announced. Um, and again, this is one, so it is spell casting. It is mm, trying to plant things in people's minds. Pay attention to August 4th. There is going to be some information that is going to be released. Wow, the very next card, the moon. Any of you that have been paying attention to the moon in August, actually, I believe it's August 3rd, I came across this yesterday. The full moon is going to be opposite the sun and actually be visible during the daytime. I believe that this is um, significant. I actually mentioned this to someone last night. This is going to be very significant. Um, the orchestrated events that are happening now, it's a ritualistic type thing. And believe you me, that this type of conjunction with the full moon opposite the sun being visible in the daytime is adding power to what it is that these individuals are doing, their agenda trying to accomplish. But again, keep your eyes open for some new type of information that is going to be coming out August 3rd. Oh, hi, Miss Dior. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I am kind of just hanging out here, and um, we have an approaching hurricane, so they say, on the East Coast. So I am planning to actually do a freebie live stream for uh, anyone that pops in. It would be a very brief, limited reading, but it would be a freebie. So within the next hour or two, I'm going to do a live stream for people that can stop in and, you know, want a few cards. It's not going to be very in depth, but if you want to, check back in a couple hours, I am planning to do that because we're on lockdown and we have a hurricane coming, and I probably don't have enough masks. So, anyways, the next card that I pulled, the Knight of Pentacles, and oop, there we go, the Knight of Pentacles. So there are some defensive, um, there are some, it's almost whatever this is approaching us, and believe you me, there is something definitely going to come out of nowhere, possibly August 3rd, like this card's indicating. But there's going to be an opposition force to this. And the reason that I say this is because of the knight, warring, battle, conflict of interests, another version of the narrative, the propaganda. So this is the next card is the Six of Pentacles. And this Pentacles often can be related to finance. Um, but what I'm noticing here are the scales that the figure is holding. While this has already happened, and again, I'm trying not to have mental overlay with this, but while this has already been mentioned in their narrative about stimulus checks and this type of thing, the scales in this card are balanced. So, in the very near future and maybe even the very distant future, what they are saying to people about possibly a stimulus check, this is balanced. It isn't actually happening. It is not going to be happening, at least in the near future. But they're giving people hope with that. But there's a certain amount of deception involved in that. So another financial card, the Nine of Pentacles. So that's still playing into the previous card. It's like almost pacifying or luring people into this false uh, sense of security or something, even though $1,000 or $1,200, whatever these yin yangs are talking about, it is like a luring type thing. Um, but it is only intended to pacify the masses for a short amount of time. After that, there's really no need. Whatever it is that is coming, they have no need to really actually pacify people anymore. So the next card I'm pulling up here is the Page of Cups. Boom, Page of Cups. So the page again is a page is a messenger card, and cups would normally can be, not always, but can be associated with bounty. Uh, this cup does not have a lot of bounty in it, which I think would be from those first other couple cards also, that this is a lot of deception with the stimulus and all of this. We are told one thing, um, but let's be serious. How far does $1,000 go? A month, if even, depends on your lifestyle. I don't know. Anyways, there's not a lot of bounty happening with this. Mm. The next card is the death card. So y'all, this this that they have coming up for us, that have planned for us, this this card in this particular reading, this is showing the death of our old ways, not only in the United States but worldwide. The death being, and I'm connecting that to this programming that they're popping into our minds constantly about the new normal. They are not repeating this over and over and over for no reason. The reason that they keep repeating this new normal is because our old ways of living, going about our daily lives, is ending. It is ending, and we have let it go to the point to where we've let it go almost to the point of no return. This is where the death symbolizing the death of our old ways of doing things, the death of our freedoms, um, the death of choice, the death of choice, the death of being able to go into a supermarket without a face mask and actually buy food. Unfortunately, with that card, this new normal that they have been subliminally programming us with now for months, this phrase, the new normal, it has taken hold. It's not going anywhere. I hate to say that, but that's what I'm getting in this card. The way we used to know life is not coming back. Doesn't necessarily mean the end of the world. It just may mean the end of our freedoms and choices. So, anyways, I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes. Like I had mentioned, I am planning to do a free tarot card reading live for anybody that pops in because I'm bored. I don't really have anything to do. So, probably within the next hour or so, I'm going to go back live. Try to catch me if you can. You can ask one question, not a bunch of questions at one time. pull a few cards for you, and see what the cards say. Might be entertaining, be something to do anyways. With all this boredom and nothing, nowhere to go and nothing to do. So, anyways, I'm going to end this live stream because I've kind of went over 20 minutes. But I hope everybody has a blessed day, and uh, check your notifications because I am going to do live here in another hour or so for some free tarot card readings. Stay safe out there.